great one for you to fit into your day. It'll stretch you, it'll give you that feeling of mobility through our spine, engagement through our core, and we'll definitely be working through our glutes as well. So I hope you're going to enjoy this one. We're going to start on our hands and knees. So I want you to just come on over into a 4-point position. And we're going to just make sure that we've got everything positioned correctly. So our wrists are underneath our shoulders, that our knees are underneath our hips. And we're going to start off with just a really nice mobilization through our spine of a cat-cow. When we do this, I want you to be pulling up through your abdominals the whole time. So let's get into that neutral position where we're pushing through those arms, tummies are pulled up. First thing we're going to do is drop our chin down towards our chest as we shoulders raise up towards the ceiling, our tailbones go down. We're just pulling upwards through those abdominals, really stretching through those shoulders and enjoying pressing into those hands. Take a deep breath. Exhale, opening out. We're just mobilizing through our spine, one vertebra at a time, allowing our chins and our foreheads to come up towards the ceiling. Tailbone up to the ceiling, tummies are pulled up. Take a breath. Exhale, let's mobilize through again, pulling up through those abdominals, working through our spine, thinking about those vertebrae moving in the other direction. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, opening out, pushing that tailbone to the ceiling, forehead to the ceiling. Good, one more in each direction. Exhale, coming up, pushing through those arms, enjoying that stretch through those shoulders. And then let's rotate one way back to the other direction. Good. And then come back up to neutral. So then when we come up to neutral, we want to be able to pull those abdominals up to our spines, nice flat back. And we're going to take ourselves, you can see my feet are flat on the floor, we're going to push our bottoms straight backwards. So we're just going to push back into child's pose, nice flat back, abdominals are pulled in. When we get back to the point where our bottoms touch our heels, or as far back as you feel you can, I want you to then roll through your shoulders and come up in that angry cat position, tucking our tailbones down, scooping up through our abdominals. So we're coming up and over, our shoulders over our wrists again, and then our heads come back up. Take a deep breath here. Push back with those tailbones in a nice long line, reaching away with those arms, keeping those arms nice and parallel, just pushing back through. As we come down, chin goes to chest, shoulders come back up. We're scooping upwards through those abdominals, around and back to center. Tummies come back up, our backs come back to neutral. We're going to do one more of those. Exhale, push backwards, all the way back. We want to just tap our bottoms towards our heels if we can, otherwise we're just going to scoop up, allow ourselves to come up onto our hands and knees. All right, let's come back to neutral. Take a deep breath in. We're going to go into a figure of 8. We're going to push our hips towards the right and go backwards through the right. We're keeping our arms where they are, pushing backwards, going through our right. You'll stretch through that right hand side. Circle around your bottom at the bottom, and then we're going to come up on the diagonal, back up towards our right arm. Forehead is towards the floor, nice long line with your neck, and then you're circling around at the top over to your left side, diagonally going back to the other side. Good. Scooping around and then coming up. So we want to keep our abdominals pulled in the whole time. Now when we're doing this, we're really working through our abdominals, also through our thoracic spine, and really enjoying that movement through our body. Stretching back, rotate around, and we're going to go in the other direction when we get to the top on this side. So let's take it back to the center. Let's go back in the other direction. So we're going to scoop our bottom back towards our left side, coming around, and then scooping around and then forward. Abdominals are pulled up the whole time, and back to center, around the top, and then push back diagonally. So you can really pull backwards, enjoy that stretch. We're working through our lumbar spine, through our thoracic spine, coming up and over, around we go. One more time around, pushing backwards. Enjoy that. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. Coming around, scooping back up, and then back to center. Good. Take a deep breath in. We're going to go back into child's pose, and we're just going to stretch out those arms, really allowing our arms to release. I'm going to put my elbows to the floor. You can rotate your arms, or your wrists, should I say, and then the other way, and also up and down if you want to. right, good. Take a deep breath in, and then we're going to come back up onto all fours. Now then, we're actually going to do a little press up for a second. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and I want you to push backwards with your elbows. Your forehead is going to come forwards towards your, past your hands forwards, and just go down to a level that feels right for you. So we're going to allow ourselves our elbows to go back, our foreheads to come forwards, and then squeeze back up. And we're going to do that again one more time. Take a deep breath in and down, and then scoop up. And again, one more time, down and scoop up. Now then, I want you to take your right foot back and tap your foot down to the floor, then take it up into hip height position. Now then, if you can, now you can do this with your both knees on the floor. If this is too much, we're going to do the same again. We're going to allow ourselves to come down into press up and then push up. Good, again, down to press up and push up. Let's bring that knee down and in, and let's take the other leg back, tap back, raise that other leg up, and we're going to do that again. We're going to try and keep ourselves centered as we lower ourselves down and squeeze up. Now, if this is too much, both knees to the floor and just do a normal press up, okay? Let's take that leg back in, put it down to the floor, sit back. Really good. It's really good for us to work through our arms, work through those triceps especially, and through our chests, so that we can gain that muscle strength and also working through our skeletons. So as you can see, I'm rotating my wrists up and down as well if you want to, just to get that sensation back. Good. And we're going to come back up into this position. Now then, we're going to just go into a lovely Superman. So we're going to take our right leg, we're going to extend it back to hip height, keeping everything parallel to the floor, and allow that knee to come in. Now, I'd like you to hover it, or if you can, bring it towards your elbow, and then we're going to take it all the way back. Just think about the control, keeping everything parallel, and squeezing that glute as we go back. We're going to do one more without our arms. Take the other leg back, good. Now then, we're going to bring that leg in, and we're going to just now start thinking about adding the arm. So as we come back, the left arm is going to come away, nice long line, and then we're going to come in. Now if you want to, you can come and tap that knee as it comes in, and then you can extend away. The easier option is you can come to tap, put your hand down to the floor, knee to the floor. You can also just glide your hand away along the floor if you want to, or keep it where it was, so it's just one leg only. So always think you can always regress. If anything feels too much, you don't have to go through the full motion until you feel ready, because it's all about control and balance. We want to stabilize our whole body whilst we move our limbs, so we can use those abdominals. One more time, scooping up and down, hand to floor, knee to floor, push back with those tailbones, reach forward with those arms. Great job. Take a deep breath in and out. Lovely. Come back up, hands and knees. Let's do the other side, pulling up through those abdominals. Let's do our leg only first for 3. Pulling that leg back to hip height, and then coming in. You can let that elbow come towards your knee. Sorry, your knee towards your elbow. I always say it that way around. Take a breath, coming in, good. And out, controlling everything. The aim is to not wobble if you can. So let's bring that knee in. Now this time, if you want to add your arm, you can, or slide it along the floor, keeping your neck nice and long, keeping your forehead towards the floor, abdominals are pulled up, reaching away. Good, find that balance, nice control. Breathe, extend away. And this is a great little workout to do at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, just to mobilize everything through so that you can feel that you've enjoyed working through your body, extending things out. Good. Oops. One more. Out we go. Good. Hand to floor, knee to floor. Allow yourselves to go down into child's pose. I'm just going to flex my toes as I go back Now I'm flexing my toes because I can feel that cramp is starting to come up. If you ever get cramp into your toes when you're doing any of the exercises, when you come into child's pose, you just pop your feet into this flex position and you can press back into those toes. It really does help. So I'm just going to make sure I do that so it prevents me from going into any uncomfortable position with those toes. All right, coming back up, we are going to just do a nice finisher of a thread the needle. Take a deep breath in, soften through your standing arm, use the other arm and reach away along the floor, keeping your tailbone up to the ceiling. We're reaching away so that we can get our shoulder as close to the floor as we can. Take a deep breath in and then exhale as we come up, reaching up to the ceiling. Good. And again, down we go, reaching across the floor. Breathe. Abdominals are pulled up. And again, reaching up. Think about that pelvic floor as well as your abdominals pulling up as much as we can. Good. Last one in this direction. Reach away and down. Good. Coming back to center, hand goes on the floor. Let's do the other side. Bending that standing arm, reaching away, pushing up that tailbone, coming back around and reaching to the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, lowering down, reaching along the floor, coming back and reaching up. Good. And again, down we go. Oops, bashing the microphone, apologies. And then up we go. Last one. Down we go. And back to center. Great, let's go back into child's pose. Reach away with those arms, reach away with those hands. Take a deep breath in, enjoy that stretch. Come back up to seated. And there we go. It's a lovely little one to just add into your day. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you in class again really soon.